Gage Jones. I take a computer science and software engineering class at Gull Lake High School, and today we'll be working on PyCharm and GitKraken. PyCharm is a coding software, as you can see. This is where we'll be writing our code, and in GitKraken, we have this, which will have all our code in it, and we'll have commits, and we can push it up to GitHub. And so that's where we are at. We're going to be starting with welcome screen. As you can see in here, at the bottom you can see it has already ran once. I was testing it. And then right up here it says welcome to Info Tech Center, and then it's a cyan color, which is this code right here, this 033 and the 96 right here. It all helps with the color. And then we have time to sleep, which basically just means they'll wait 2 seconds before moving on to the Infotech Center booting thing. And then ellipsis, which is the number of dots displayed at first, which is these three at the bottom. And then when you go back up here, x plus equals 1, which is the increment for loop counter by 1 in each iteration. And then we have the message, which is Info Tech Center system booting, and it'll add a dot as you can see, ellipsis here, which is just time for every second. Well, and it'll add a dot, as you can see, and then it's a yellow color, as you can see down here. And then we have another time to sleep before going on to the next one, which is 20.25 seconds. Which is supposed to control how fast the dots move. So every quarter of a second, a new dot will appear. And when we push play, you can see that after it waits a second. And then now you can see every quarter of a second it'll pop up. And that's what that does. And that one does is it tells it when it's done the dots 20 times, it'll move on to this, which is right here, which is in a green color, and it's just saying that it booted up. And that's all for the welcome screen. And we also did a weather branch. It's a similar concept. We had the weather branch right here. We had our imports, and we had our weather forecast. But the difference is we had random choices here. So it had snowy, blizzard, rainy, windy, icy, and sunny. So choose random from all of those. And then weather alert is just calling the weather function. And then this is a dictionary. So it will have what snowy, and it'll have snowy, and then what the two numbers is, which we'll come back to. But that's for all of that. And then we have this, which is basically just saying the delay, which would be this one, speed limit, which is this one, and then weather response and we're going to be getting all that down here, which will be saying the National Weather Service has updated our alarm by delay, which is just getting the numbers up here. And then when you scroll over, you can see that because of the forecast weather alert, which is just, if you go up here, one of these. And then it has an else statement, because when it's sunny, it has to say something different. So this is only for sunny. And then we have this, which is just printing everything. And when you push play, it'll say weather branch, and then as you can see, it chose to be rainy, so it would update the alarm by 15 minutes, and it can only let you drive 65 miles per hour. So now we are going to gasoline branch, which is where we're going to actually be doing some stuff. So what we'll be doing right now is, if we go over here, as you can see, we're on the gasoline branch, and when you push play, it says your tank is half full, which is enough to get your destination, but there's multiple iterations, so you can test it. And as you can see, we got a quarter of a tank, and it says that the closest gas station is Sam's Club, 31.8 miles away. So now what we'll be doing is we're going to be going on to beta test dev. And now you can see we're checked out. But please do not be checked out on gasoline, because when you're on gasoline and try and merge it, it'll say merge beta test dev into gasoline. We do not want that. We want the opposite. So we double click beta test dev and then right click on gasoline, and then this is what we want. It says merge gasoline into beta test dev. So we'll be doing that. But as you can see, there was a conflict. So we can push Control K to have this screen pop up, and then you can see a few of the problems. But what we'll be doing is going over here to where our code is, and then we are going to delete some stuff because it added. So we don't want that head there. We don't want these equal signs here either. And when you scroll all the way down, we don't want this either. And as you can see up here, now there is no error. It's just these ones, but there's no problems, major problems. And then if we want to know what the problems are, we can just tap this and it'll say. But as you can see, when you push play, it'll say welcome to Infotech Center, which is from our welcome screen. Then it'll load, and then the weather branch, which it shows blizzard this time, 45 minutes, 45 miles per hour. And then our gasoline, which is also Sam's Club, and 39.3 miles away. So that is that. Now that we deleted all of that, and you want to make sure that that is gone because that could cause problems later. But so we deleted all of that, no errors now. So what we're going to be doing is mark all as resolved and commit and merge, which now gasoline branch is now in beta test dev along with welcome screen at weather branch, which we did at a different time. And now that it is merged into there, now what we'll be doing is merging it into main after we test it though. We want to make sure all the iterations work. So it'll take a minute, it'll load, and as you can see, it's now snowy instead. It 30 minutes is the alarm, and then 55 miles per hour, and we're on empty, so it's calling AAA, and it has a warning that you're on empty. So that is how it all works, and as you can see, the iteration works. We're gonna try it one more time just to make sure, and it won't always be different, like for some parts of it, because it is only choosing random, not in order. So, and then this says we have full tank, icy, you can only drive 30 miles per hour, and 50 minutes for the alarm. So that, as you can see, all the iterations seem to be working. Now what we'll be doing is make sure you're double clicking on main again. You do not want to be on beta test dev when merging, because once again, it'll say merge main into beta test dev, and you do not want that. You want the opposite, and you want to merge beta test dev into main. So now we're just going to right click on beta test dev, merge beta test dev into main. Make sure you do not push rebase, only merge. And you're going to click that. And as you can see, there was no conflict this time. And that is all for our code for now. And then when you're done with this, make sure you push it to GitHub. But as of right now, I'm not going to be doing that. But when you're doing this, make sure you do that. And then we're going to go to GitHub. Now we're in my browser, and we're going to go to GitHub. And we're going to go to me. So what we'll be doing is just clicking this little cat, and then we'll go here, and then when you click on Castle Bravo, which is what I named the file, and as you can see, it's all here, all updated. And it'll only go here if you push it, but I pushed it a different iteration of all this code. But make sure you're pushing it if you want to go to GitHub, and make sure you're signed into your GitHub on Gitkraken if you're pushing it also. But as you can see, it's all right here, and we have the imports. That's another thing that you could do in your code, is to make it a lot cleaner. You could move all this code up, so that way it looks cleaner, and also it makes it more sorted. And after that, now when we go to our notes, which is just a Notion, is where all of our notes are, and then we can just log in. And you can have access to all of this if you go to my website, link in the description of my YouTube channel. And as you can see, we have programming right here, which it just goes over what computer programming is and has some Python. So computer programming is the process of designing and writing instruction for computers to perform certain tasks. So that's what we're doing with code, is just telling it what to do. Is basically what code does. And then Python is a type of code, and it is a really important one and a good one to learn if you want to get that for your job. And then it was first released in 1991. So now, as you can see, we have a whole bunch of stuff in here like print functions, escape sequences, data types, comparison operators, etc. So like print functions, if you go in here, it'll tell you what a print function is and how to use it. So this is an example. And yeah, it's just like that for a lot of them. And if we go back, you can see we have more. The one that what I recommend checking over is dictionaries, because this one can get a little confusing. So I have it all here also, and also we have it's all live now, and if feel free to go to my website, and that is it for today. I hope you guys have a great day and see you next time.